Okay. Are we finally up? Are we finally live? Oh my god, this is so frustrating. Okay, I don't know if anyone... Okay. I think I'm streaming. I don't know. I don't... Whatever. I'm just gonna paint some stuff. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Technology is insane. This is like a stamp that I bought from somebody. That's fun. Okay. Now I'll go back to just regular painting. I'm going to try to do black and white for a while, because we haven't done that in a while, and we can just kind of do black and white and then see where we go from there. Man, you can see how, like, I'm just, like, super off right here. It's fine. Thinking, should I do lighting from below? That could be fun. The nice thing about this is that it's not too big of a like, her head isn't like all the way back. Turn off those word guides. I'm so, like, interested as to where they got that sample from. Like, that whole like satanic pledge thing. Oh well. So I think, I don't know, the easiest thing might be to just... weird. Sorry. It's like giving me weird vibes. Like it's like my screen was like shaking. It's like, what's going on? Oh man, I hate doing just black and white. I want to do color so bad. I want to do color so bad, but I'm trying not to. Or should I do it? No, try not to. Try not to. Try not to do color, dude. Ugh. You know, I keep... Like, I recognize most of the demon names in this song. But there's always one that, like, gets me. It's that last one. It's like... Zebulon? Nebulon? Hey, Rain. How's it going today? Okay. So, I have my... Of course, I have a zine on the... Demon Seals of the Lesser Key of Solomon from a visual reference of the Ars Goetia. By Franz. Andromedus? Oh, maybe that is... It is an Earl of Hell. 72nd spirit in the order. Andromalius. Huh. Andromalius. I've never heard of it. You know, it's like... Oh wait, no, they say like Zebulon, not... Right? Malphus? Hagenti... Wait, this is only... This is the Knights. This is volume 3. Do I have 3 volumes of this? I don't know where volume 2 is. I have the Kings and Dukes and I have the Earls. Zebulon? Something Yulon? I don't know. Huh. Okay, so one, there's the main problem is I don't know where volume 2 is. But that's the problem for another day. I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure out Zebulon, whoever the hell that is, at some other point. How are you doing today, Rain? Tired. That's super fair. I'm doing okay. So 11s, her. We talked to her doctor who did the ultrasound, and the doctor was like, the ultrasound looked good in that like there was no visible deformities or anything in her kidneys, but I guess given the results from earlier, she definitely has kidney disease of some sort. And so we're not quite sure how it happened, or how she got kidney disease, because she's only 3, but apparently it's definitely kidney disease, which is a big bummer. But I guess fortunately it's kidney disease is something that cats can live with like, it's not like a death sentence or anything, and she can still live a pretty long life, I guess. So that's the good news. The bad news is we probably have to put her on a special kidney diet, which will make it hard because we have 2 cats, and even if it's not great, I feel like Mike is gonna want to like eat her food, and so we already have such a hard time having them eat their own separate plates that I'm not really looking forward to this. And 11 already doesn't have a super great appetite, so I don't know. I think she's doing the best she can. I don't know if it's good though. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping, or that like I'm not that the missing appetite came from the kidney disease, but like the fact that potentially she could like get back up to par in terms of eating and stuff like that, because that's the other big thing for us. But yeah. Yeah. That's what I like to think. That is, like, at least we know now, and we can focus on giving her a good quality of life. I also don't know why I was like, why did you decide to make such a to light from below? You fool. Oh well. It's fine. But yeah, it's yeah. Yeah. I know. It's like doing that. Well, the other time it wasn't. That was someone else's suggestion. Last time when I was doing like that super complex. I don't know. Were you there for that one? That one portrait study. Someone like was like, "Oh, do this like photo reference," and it's like, it was this super crazy, like underwater photography shot, and I was like, "Oh god damn it. Why?" But I also kept going with it, and it turned out fine, I think. But yeah, you're like, why would you do that to yourself, Rick? And you're like, I don't know, because you don't paint it normally. Like, I feel like I could probably just... I could figure out a way to just paint the same thing that I always paint, which is monsters and portraits of people straight on, but I kind of, I kind of wanted to do something a little different, but now I'm also like, you fool. You're such a fool. I don't know. We're getting there. We're getting there. That was way too much detail on the lips. Makes it look all weird now. Trying to render the lips before you render everything else. No, don't do that. Simplify. Simplify shapes. If you simplify everything into planes and shapes, you will have an easy life painting. I guarantee you. Yeah. Exactly. Something different for a change. That's fun. That you're changing something up. I get the same old vibe. Do you know what you want to work on, Rain? For your photography? This is needs to be a very smooth transition, and it is not, but that's okay. You rage quit yesterday's stream? What happened? No. Ooh, macro shots of graffiti. That could be really fun. Just trying to smooth this out a little bit. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, before you came on, I was super late because OBS made me. I wanted to rage quit. I was like, why is none of this working the way it's supposed to be working, you bastard? And it was frustrating. So I feel you. I feel you. I get you. Yeesh. Do I play Magic the Gathering in the Arena app? I do have an account. I have not played in at least 6 months. But if you want to play, I'd be down. I'd be down. Do you play in the Arena app? I love that you're like playing you're like like interested in playing Magic the Gathering simply because of Final Fantasy. Yeah. Yeah, let me know. I haven't like I don't know. I got back into Teamfight Tactics because I could play it while I wasn't thinking, or I wasn't thinking. Like I can do kind of two things at once. Like I can kind of play Teamfight Tactics while I'm like listening to a podcast or doing other work. So yeah, I don't know. Like to be honest, like I really like Final Fantasy, but I never got into it like the fandom of it. You know, like I don't know. Which is weird because you think I would. Like there's like pretty cool monsters and stuff. But I don't know. I think as a game, like for some reason it never really got into it. I'm not saying it's a bad game. I think it's a great game. And I think I don't know why I never got into it. Like you know what it is that like what I realized recently is that more than RPGs, I mean, this is not going to come as a surprise to you, and you're going to be like, you're a moron, and this is so obvious. But it's like, I don't really care about the RPG. I really just want the monsters. So, like, I remember when Final Fantasy 3 came out on Super Nintendo, I had, like, this in-depth strategy guide. I didn't even play Final Fantasy 3 very much. I think I had it, but it was really about, like, all of the different creatures, and I love that. Or, like, my favorite thing ever as a little kid was the compendium of monsters for Dragon Quest that had the different slimes. It had like the blue slime and the red slime and the green slime and then the metal slime, and like I love that. That's like my jam. I just want to look at the monsters. I don't want to fight them. I don't want to have to figure out like how to kill them, and I don't like dying. I just like looking at the monsters. And so I think after I realized that, I was kind of like, oh, I don't really need to play the game. I should just buy the strategy guide that talks about the monsters. So anyway, that's probably not surprising, but that's where I'm at. I'm like, oh, I want more monster stuff. And I'm like, they're like, what about the game? I'm like, yeah, the game. Let's really just talk about the monsters and look at the monsters and tell stories about the monsters. Maybe that's the game I need to make. How can I make that game? Like, that's why I like Dredge so much, is because all you do, like, I don't really have to look at people that much. I mean, I do, like, I see the little lady on the floating boat that I sell my fish to, but, oh yeah, Final Fantasy, okay. I think I played 7. I don't know if I played 8. But I liked about 7 is that you get to call like the gods and like Ifrit and like all of them, and they're like, bruh, fire, like meteor storm and shit. That was pretty cool. I do admit that was nice. Okay, am I back? I think my USB just came unloose. Okay. Final Fantasy, yeah, like the big ones that like everyone mentions, those came out when I was in high school, and like high school, I was busy with Magic the Gathering and Pokemon cards, academics and okay. So I'm saying why I don't think I got into it as much as other people have is because I didn't really play the games as much because they all kind of came out right when I was getting busy with non-game things. Or I was playing and collecting Magic the Gathering. I was playing and collecting Pokemon. And then I was also in high school, and that was when I was really focused on academics. So I was doing Science Olympiad, Academic Decathlon. I was focusing really on school. I was dating. I was playing 2 sports. So yeah. See, okay. This is the thing, Rain. I can't really get into TCGs because I will I can only collect so many things, and I cannot, one pack is not enough for me, so I just don't collect it all, because that's probably better for my overall health and sanity, and also my non-existent bank account, or very empty bank account. I just can't. So I'm just rendering these eyes. I'm darkening it so that the highlights can get really glinty lights. Right above. So this eyelid is going to cast a little bit of shadow, and then you're going to have the light hit right kind of across that should be more ovoid. Well, no, actually, it'll, because of how much is being blocked, it's probably hitting it higher. Yeah. Light's gonna come up, hit. Yeah. I'm gonna turn the angle a little bit more neutral to the higher side. Yeah, no, I know, Rain, but I can't. I just can't. I get super addicted into the card packs, and I can't. Believe me, I've collected a lot through my life. I have financed. No, I cannot. I've financed a lot of purchases in the past 4 years by selling old Magic the Gathering cards. I cannot. And Magic, okay, see, and 2, I got into Magic when it was sustainable. Back when they'd have one expansion every 9 months. Now they have an expansion every 2 or 3 months. I'm that is insane. That is insane. I will play Magic the Gathering in Arena because I don't have to buy packs, but I am not joining you on your mad quest of physical cards because that will become a whole thing. I already collect things that I shouldn't be collecting because they're too expensive. Vinyl toys, Sofubi, that's my thing. I can't do it. It'll be too much. See, and that's actually, to be honest, that's what I dislike the most about Magic the Gathering now is all the crossovers. I think it's really cool. Don't get me wrong. I think it's very cool, but I think because of when I grew up, and believe me, I've read, during high school, I would also read all of the Magic the Gathering novels. So, the Ursa Mishra, Planeswalker Wars from Phyrexia, and, all of that, that set of expansions with like Karn, the Silver Golem, and like all of that, like I was in it deep. And so now for them to be like, and also there's all of these other franchise things that come over, I'm kind of like, how, like, I get it, because it's all of like the greater Dominaria, but like, I am not, I'll be honest, I'm not a fan. I like when they kept it in its own world of kind of Magic the Gathering stuff. So the fact that they brought in Final Fantasy, I'm honestly not a fan. And the fact that they've done any of my other, like, if they do even other franchises that I am a fan, like a huge fan of, I am not, I kind of just don't want it to mix, you know? Or like I want it to be just like no, don't do that. Like a Cthulhu, like they've kind of sort of done it, but like Cthulhu mythos stuff, I'm like, no, keep it. You can make Cthulhu-like stuff, but keep it separate. Keep it its own thing. And plus, like, I don't know. It's too tempting for me also to turn collecting into like a job, you know? Like, I don't want to be those flippers, and I will become a flipper because I will want to sell Magic cards to get more Magic cards, and like, I just don't. I don't know. It's a dangerous slope for me, Rain. I can't do it. Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's too easy to turn it into gambling. It's like, it's one thing too with like NFTs and stuff. Like I just, like those are nice because I collect them, and I never expected to like collect NFTs that are gonna like make me rich. Oh my god. I try to make it a point to stay away from hyped things too much. Or like if it's overhyped. Cuz it's like, I don't know, like I want to be able to just like casually collect too if I get into it, and like I don't know, I feel like all of the hype around TCGs and Pokemon and Labubu and stuff, it's like, oh, this is going to make it like crazy for me. Right? Like there's a whole listing, there's like, yeah. Because that's the other that's the other thing, is the time energy trade-off. If I'm going to list stuff, I really only want to like there's nothing wrong with a Magic the Gathering card. Say you buy a pack for $5 and you get a card that's worth $8. Like, that's awesome. You've made money. You've bought a bunch of other cards. But like if you sell that card, you pay for the pack and maybe another pack, right? But the process of listing it, taking a photo and then listing it and then having to deal with shipping, like I'm like, nah, give me, if I can't flip a card for under $200, I don't want to do it. Not to say that like I have a lot of money, so it's not like I have a choice where it's like you're gonna flip a card for any money, flip it. But I'm just like, I don't really want to, and I don't want to think about it that way. And that's how I start thinking about when I start like thinking about collecting and stuff. Like, I literally have the cards that I could likely flip in front of my desk. And I'm just like, I could sell these. And then I'm like, no, I'm trying not to because I'm hoping the value goes up still, but yeah. But I have, like, I'm not realistically going to play Commander because I don't really enjoy it as a format. I like kind of just traditional vanilla Magic. But I have a bunch of like dual lands. Tropical Island is worth, I don't know. I could probably sell it for a couple $100. I have a edition 2 Charizard. But nope, they just sit protected in a little pile on my desk. And if money ever gets tight, I'm always like, at least I have my Charizard. Those are like things where I'm just like, oh, you know, the dual lands turning into like a money making thing was such a surprise to me. I forgot who I was talking to. It was, oh, you know what? Who I found it, like the fact that like those are like a valuable card in the collecting community. I mean, they've always been super valuable because, you know, they're like not the pain lands, but the legit dual lands for Commander where you can pick 2 monotypes from one land with no extra. You don't have to sacrifice a life or whatever. Apparently, even the pain lands, which I probably have some, I guess you can sell for some money. But it was one of my students back when I was teaching at the art university. Someone was like, "Oh, like I saw them like playing Magic or something." I was like, "Oh, like that's still a thing, huh?" They're like, "What? You used to play it?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I played back in like I was like, what edition is it even in?" And I was just like, "Oh yeah, I used to play back in like revised or 3rd edition." They're like, "Really?" They're like, "Do you have any dual lands?" And I was like, "Yeah, probably. I had a bunch of them." And then they're like, "Oh shit, those are worth tons of money now." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, look on eBay." And I did, and I immediately I was like, "All right." I think I sold like 1 or 2. The guy was like, "Will you sell me some?" And I'm like, "Maybe." And then I looked and I was like, I'm just gonna sell these online because I'm not gonna get gypped. Like, I'm not gonna undersell the price of these to some student. Sorry. Yeah. I know, I'm like, I'm not gonna undersell myself to you, student. But it was very nice. And then nice finding out that the cards, some of the cards have value. Because I was always like, as a kid, I was always like, I want a Black Lotus. I want a Black Lotus. I could never quite afford, or I never saved. I didn't have the discipline to actually save up to get a Black Lotus. But it's nice to know that the dual lands maintain some value. That was cool. Yeah, it's like, sorry, kid, you're cool, but you're not half $350 cool. Yeah, they probably would have. And then I would have been like, God damn it. Although, to be fair, like, okay, if the student had been like, hey, you have dual lands, I'll give you $100 for him, and then he flipped it, and I found out about it later, I probably would have given him a solid grade in the class, because I was teaching business basics, and I was like, oh, you're using arbitrage to like make money. That's great. I was like, I'm upset that you took advantage of me, but I am proud of you from a business perspective that you used $200 and you made yourself $400 or $500. Like, good job, kid. Also, it's like I felt it would be a breach of ethics to like sell stuff to one of my students. So even if it was like a non-academic related thing, I was like, I'm not doing that while you're still one of my students and I have grade power over you. Yeah. Okay. Wow, we managed to do it black and white, and then I still eventually was like, I need to add color. Okay. Let's crop this. Oh no. Just do. Okay, so like this is actually one of those composition things that gets tricky because of mainly because of sorry, I'm gonna be safe. Because of how her hair is all on one side. Also, it's like super unrealistic in the way that like it's all clumped and there's no like random strands. But anyway, that's fine. We can. Okay. Do I want to change the color? I know you're gonna want purple, but I don't know. Ooh, this is kind of gives like a weird, creepy, like sepia 70s tone vibe to it. But I don't care. I like green blue. Okay, we're gonna stick with that. We're gonna stick with this. Why? Because I love this color and I'm the artist, so tough shit. Purple would have been cool though. Or we could always do I don't know, it's all flattened, whatever. We'll just do one layer. We don't whatever. Whatever, it doesn't matter. What am I doing? Okay. I'm gonna try being all crazy now. I gotta keep telling myself today is not about having a finished piece. Today is about just experimenting and doing weird shit. So I'm going to try to keep the value, but then change the lighting a little bit on the lips. Change the hue, we'll say. To babe about buying Final Fantasy cards. You know, I was just thinking something, and this sounds like kind of, I don't know. I was thinking this is like a dumb question, or hopefully don't take this as any shade to German, but okay, one, are you collecting German language cards? And two, do you know, is the market the same for non-English cards? Like, is a German Black Lotus worth the same thing as like an English printed Black Lotus? Pre-orders, they'll arrive in August. You're so insane, Rain. I love it. I love it. Because I was thinking, I was like, oh, like, I wonder if international collectors can sort of, like, one, like, because everyone hates America now, I wasn't sure if maybe that's changed. Okay, so it is. So is the value, like, overall different per language? Or is English, like, the standard where, like, it's always going to be the most expensive there? Or are there certain, maybe, like, cards that, like, German players are really into? So it's kind of like the native language of the game. So if I can get Japanese Pokemon cards, that's like a good thing, as opposed to just buying American Pokemon cards. I should try to buy the Japanese ones. Okay. Interesting. Got it. Interesting. So is this a subtle hint that I should be collecting Magic the Gathering cards? Is this why you're trying to get me to collect Magic? So, like, you can corner the German market on, like, English language cards that sell for more? I see how this works. She's like, I was going to have you collect, and then we trade, and then you get German ones, and I get the American ones, and I can sell them for more money because the US cards are worth more than the German versions. I figured out your scheme. Although, I don't know, if there was a way to make international arbitrage work in our favor, why do I keep accidentally selecting that? Here we go. Maybe that will help me. We could totally do it. Oh, damn, the full art cards in the booster and they're in English. Like, sorry, Germans, deal. You speak English anyway. You guys understand English. It's fine. Damn, that's messed up. I mean, that is pretty fucked up. Like, I admit, like, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, I bought this in German, guys. Like, fucking print this shit in the language I bought it in. It's messed up. I call some bullshit on that. Like, the logistics of that just seem crazy. Well, I guess... I feel like that should be, like, its own special thing. Like, they should have at least altered the file or something so that, like... I don't know. That feels so weird to me. You're like, oh, maybe this is like a misprint. Like, like, yeah, this could be worth hella money. And then you're like, oh no, they just didn't bother those fucks. That's so messed up. That like makes me angry. I'm sorry. Ah. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, if you're translating the cards anyway, why wouldn't you, like, you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you just translate all of the cards? I don't know. Yeah, when do you learn English? Because is it like a mandatory thing, or is it like a suggested thing? Is it one of those things like in the United States? It's like you have to take a second language. It's usually Spanish or French, but okay. So if it's mandatory, then like, oh, that's messed up. They're like, they'll learn eventually. God damn it, Hasbro / Wizards of the Coast. Fucking do it right. If you're gonna do multiple languages, do that shit right, man. Oh wow. So are most Germans trilingual then? So you speak German, like English, and then either French or Russian? That's so cool. I wish our country didn't suck. Why does our country suck so bad? Why do we listen to dumb people so much? Hate it here. Oh, that's fair. See, like, it's like the fact that they even make you learn 3 languages. It's like we're sort of forced to learn a second language besides English here, but most people can't actually speak a second language. Because I guess actually most people I mean, half the United States can't read past a 6th grade reading level. So, you expect us dummies to be able to learn a second language fluently? God, I fucking hate the United States. We're so dumb. We're so fucking dumb. Yet we think we're so much better than everybody else, but we're so behind every other developed nation. Jesus Christ, man. It's so embarrassing to be in the United States. God, so embarrassing. So embarrassing to be American right now. Thank you for being my friend despite the country I live in. God. God. Well, I mean, I don't know. Oh well. Probably shouldn't darken that much. Realistically, that's probably this level of light on the trapezius too, which is like the shoulder blades, this part. The traps! That's probably... I mean, like, I don't know. This close, you could maybe, I don't know. You can just probably white, or I'm like bleaching out with light the bottoms of her collarbones. You would likely, realistically, there'd probably be some kind of difference, but to really push like the lighting situation, I'm gonna not. I'm gonna let it just like fade out, get blown out by the light. Okay, I'm not even gonna... We're gonna make these laser eyes now. We're not... Yay. Wait, 100%. Now I think I need to do this as like a normal layer. Okay, normal 84%. Let's see. Enough me whining about being American. Let's paint. Let's finish painting this lady's face. Okay. Although this, I feel like what this is showing me is that this, where's the center one? I feel like this center one is like off. It needs, nope. The center one should probably be like right here. And then when I turn these off, I realize that this eye should probably be pushed over a little bit, so. We're gonna do that. We're gonna move her fucking eye over to make more sense with the laser beam. Cool. I mean, we're not symmetric anyway, but you should kind of try to paint people symmetrically. We aren't, you're right, we aren't symmetric. And I mean, it kind of depends. It all depends what you're going for. Yeah, this eye isn't very symmetric in the first place. But this looks better. And usually I wouldn't care, but because of the geometricness of the overlapping light, it sort of does matter in this case. Not usually. Usually I would agree with you and be like, it doesn't actually matter. We're not actually symmetrical. But while that is true, it's not how we perceive. We also like stuff to be symmetric too. So I'm gonna just Gaussian blur this. Oh wait, shit, I gotta take off lock transparent pixels. Now we can Gaussian blur this. To get kind of like that, it comes together laser beam eye thing. Oh, hey, so I've never asked you this, Rain, but are you into One Piece? Like the anime or the manga? Oh. But so you're like kind of familiar with it though. There's gonna be an ending. There will be an ending. Don't worry. It just might take another 7 to 12 years. Or no, I think it's getting close, to be honest. I'm behind on the manga. I think I'm caught up mostly for the anime. But my wife and I are pretty big fans. It's one of those things where, like, nowadays, I feel like when people are like, I'm a big fan of something, it's like there's an expectation of an insane amount of, like, trivia and lore. But I will say we're pretty big fans. More so for the spirit of what the One Piece stands for, and kind of like what the Straw Hats stand for in terms of friendship and being a crew. But I just found out, so I knew they had opened a One Piece cafe, like an officially licensed English version of the One Piece cafe, of a One Piece cafe in Vegas. And I really wanted to go because I have to travel to Vegas, or I traveled to Vegas last year, and I'm going to do it again this year in November for DesignerCon. But I just found out they opened another one. They opened a One Piece cafe in Los Angeles. And I am so stoked because I like, now I can go. I didn't think I was going to be able to go without, and I'm like, oh, that was the main reason why I wanted my wife to come with me to DesignerCon, was like, like on an off time, we'll like stop by and go to we'll go to the One Piece cafe. But now we can go, and we don't even have to leave. So I'm pretty stoked on that. Yeah. You know, I before I would have been like, that just means you have to come and visit the United States. Come hang out in LA, Rain. Now I'm just like, don't come here. It's too dangerous. You'll be deported. I'm so like anti-travel to the United States right now. I'm just like, don't come here. Why would you come to the United States? Get your, like, they won't even let you in. My country hates people from other countries. It doesn't matter if we rely on your tourism and your travel to like make money. It's like, no, we obviously hate foreigners. Fucking racist piece of shit country. But there's a Naruto gallery in Berlin. Oh my gosh. That's awesome. Are you going to that? Are you a big Naruto fan? I'm not a big Boruto fan. Yeah, they wouldn't let you out of the airport. Fuck this country, man. God damn it. Xenophobia. Stupid. God, I don't even know why you would not like people from other countries. I feel like the only way you dislike, like, xenophobia, I feel like only works is if, like, you've never fucking traveled. Or, like, you're just the type of person where you're like, if everything on my travel isn't exactly how it is for me when I'm at home, I hate it. And I'm just like, I want you people like you to die. Like, the whole point of traveling is to not have it be like your home, stupid. Anyway. Yeah, Boruto, okay, to be fair, it's not like I've seen a whole bunch of it, but I've seen not enough of it to be like, I don't like this. Dude, like, okay, like I was a big fan of the original Naruto, like pre Shippuden, and then I thought it was like okay, and then like I feel like in Shippuden the best arc is the pain arc, cause that's just cool, and then post pain arc I'm kind of like and then the ending I watched it and I was just like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Pain arc was so good. Pain arc was amazing. And then I felt like it totally jumped the shark and shit just got crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Like, it should have ended with the pain arc. Like, if the show would have ended at the pain arc. Okay, that's where you are. Okay, I won't go any farther. I won't spoil it. But the pain arc is the best arc, in my opinion, of one man, random dude in Pasadena, California. But I think the pain arc is the best arc in Shippuden. Okay, so you already know, yeah. It gets crazy. Like, okay, so you're rewatching it. Okay, fine. And okay, so if anyone is out there watching this on later, or I don't know, I don't think anyone else is watching, but if you're watching this stream and you don't know what happens in Naruto Shippuden and you don't want to know, now is the time to stop watching, because okay, the like the Kaguya stuff, I was just like, okay, super cool, I get it, everyone wants to see full powered Naruto, like QB Sage mode with like 10 million eyeball Sasuke. Like, oh, I know there's so much weird filler, but like even like at the end when it's like they're like, oh, okay, we're gonna do like team 7's coming back, and now they're all like Kaguya, like they're all super fucking crazy, right? Sakura can punch through mountains, like Sasuke has a never-ending black fire that can laser beam people and can like see the future, and Naruto can fucking spin laser beams and walk through time and shit. And you're like, okay, it is kind of cool to see all of them like fight something together and be like, okay, cool. But it's like, that's not where you set the, like, thematically, you didn't set that up. Like, you never really set it up. And, like, I don't know. I felt like, and Sasuke's still such a piece of shit. Like, there's no character growth there. He's just an asshole. And the fact that, like, he ends up with Sakura is just upsetting. I'm like, girl, you deserve better than that dude, man. Come on. Have some self-respect. I know there's like that childhood love thing, but like that dude is just like a piece of shit. And it's like, it's fine, like Naruto and Hinata, I'm like, that's cool, whatever. Like, I mean, I don't have a problem with that, but like Sakura, man. Come on. Come on. I kind of like that Naruto and Sakura didn't end up. I thought that was kind of a nice thing. But I was just like... I'm just like, dude, Sasuke's just... Like, there's no character growth. He's like a piece of shit. Like, it's just that, like, he hates the Leaf Village less. He's not, like, a good person. He's still he's just a shithead. Like, he's unlikable. And I don't get why they, like, had to make that happen. And it's so frustrating to me. I was like, this is fucking worst, guys. Why? That just drives me insane every single time. I'm just like, what? No, why? What? No. So frustrating. And it's like, Sakura doesn't need to, like, even follow, under Tsunada's tutelage, she becomes such a fucking badass. And then they sort of, like, retcon it all as soon as Sasuke comes back in the picture. And I'm like, oh, what? Like, no, she's a grown-ass woman who's amazing and strong, and she doesn't need to, like, be with any of these dipshit dudes. Like, come on. And then they're like, nope, fall in love with the toxic asshole again. And she's like, oh, Sasuke. I'm like, ugh. It made me so mad. I'm so upset. I'm still upset about it, if you can't tell. Just like, why? Why? No. Like, I mean, I get Sasuke as a character and, like, what happened to Itachi and, like, the burden that Itachi carries for, like, all of the crimes. Like, I super get it. But still, he's still an unlikable person. Like, there's a way to write vengeful characters who then kind of, like, turn around and, like, I don't know. He's just, like, so unlikable. Yeah. It's like, are you trying to write a strong female character or what? Like, maybe not? I don't know. Like, it's so confusing. Her character is so poorly developed. And, like, you think it's going to be awesome. You think she's going to turn out awesome. After, like, she meets Tsunade, you're like, yeah. It's so frustrating. But whatever. Laser beam eye Lucy. I like that he said monster. And I mean, I guess like a woman with 3 eyes that shoots lasers out or light out of her eyes could be considered a monster, but I don't know. I think it gives blue skin, whatever. Went back too far. Okay. And I also have to say the opening song for the Pain arc is probably the best one. I mean, like, the encapsulation, like one, the animation and also the song is really good. But like the whole thing of like all the hands coming up to push Naruto back up, and then he flies out of the water and fucking does a crazy spin and lands. You're like, that is such good animation. You're just like, thematically, right? It's like Naruto has to beat Pain, but he can't do it without the sacrifices and the support of everybody else. And like, that's the whole point of the entire show, is that Naruto is looking for, like, he's looking to transcend this stereotype that the village has of him, and he finally does it in this arc. It's not at the end. And I think like this should have been sort of the end to the show. At least from a thematic standpoint, like, this is, like, totally the end. But, oh, man, that fucking animation of him flying up and then he spins and lands with, like, the Rasengan. You're just like, oh, come on. Like, isn't that cool? That's fucking cool. That part made me be like, yes. I was just like, so good. Love it. Love this. This should also be that same color. But anyway, I'm stoked. I haven't yet told. I just found out about the One Piece Cafe today, apparently, because one of the guys I work with for DesignerCon is actually is like friends with the owner of the One Piece Cafe, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we could like LA event," and I was like, "Oh." So I have to excitedly tell my wife, "Hey Mike, what's the matter, bud? Want to go say hi to Rain? You want to come up on my lap? No? No? Okay. Yeah, I know. And also, okay, don't get me wrong. Kakashi is cool as fuck. I love Kakashi. But if he would have died in the Pain arc as a hero, you would have been like, oh my god, they killed Kakashi, and that was so the right thing to do for this arc. Yes, Mikey, what's the matter, bud? Oh, we're getting close to your dinner time, isn't it, buddy? Yeah, the fusion of Naruto and Kurama. Yeah, for sure. I know, right? Like, the thematic part, there's so much good thematic stuff going on in this arc. And then, I don't know. And it really would have been a great, like having Naruto, like, in some ways, like, he obviously lost his father, at a really young age, and then he loses, or it's sort of like having Sasuke or Kakashi die, sort of in that Hail Mary save with his like Sharingan to eat Pain's like crazy super death, whatever, like how what a better, how, like, that's such a good way to go. That's such a good way to go. And then Kakashi gets to, like, see his dad. Like, there's so much goodness if they would have killed Kakashi off. And then because it would have been the perfect thing, right? Is that, like, because for Naruto to not kill Pain after Pain's killed both Jiraiya and Kakashi, both his two surrogate fathers, that would have been, like, and that fusing with Kurama and then overcoming, being able to then use tame the monster inside of him to beat the external threat and the monster that killed both of his father figures without him losing control, would have been like the best fucking thing. I mean, like, Okay, after he survived, yeah, you make him Hokage because he's fucking Kakashi. He's like he single-handedly almost saved the village. Besides Naruto, like, but yeah, like that would have been, I don't know, that in my mind that would have been the way stronger move, would have been to have Kakashi die. Don't get me wrong, I love Kakashi. He's like probably my favorite character in Naruto, to be honest. He's so cool. He's such a cool dude. He's also kind of a pervert, which I'm like, cool. But I do think he should have died in Pain Arc from a narrative perspective. Besides the pervert part, that's fine. That's fine. We can have our differences about how great it is that Kakashi loves reading perverted manga or whatever. But I mean, like, okay, so it's also like, you know, it's awesome that Sasuke has like, he makes like the lightning sword, right? And he can like, he learns how to like be super lightning dude. But yeah, also that is very true. Two pervert figures, and then also has pervert no jutsu or whatever. But the fact, okay, remember everybody that Chidori is originally Kakashi's move, right? Like Chidori is like his deal, and I think that's really cool. Which is, I think, like, to be honest, that's still one of my favorite fucking moves in that whole show. Like, everyone has cool shit, like, you know, the whole, like, Byakugan stuff with, like, the eyeballs and, like, the field of, like, blocking everything with perfect precision. Like, that's cool. The idea that Chidori is you put all of your juice into your hand, and then you just run really fucking fast, and you use your eye to predict where they're going to go to dodge them, and then you just punch your hand through the dude's heart. That's like, that's a hardcore move. Like, okay, the throwable Rasengan is also very cool. Like, I'm going to make a laser beam ninja star and throw that. Like, that's pretty legit too. I'm not going to lie. But Chidori is like, I'm just going to run at you so fast and dodge all of your attacks and punch my hand like a sword through your chest. Like, bro, that's some hardcore shit right there. Yeah, and it's also like, oh, I'm going to come up with this thing to like figure out how I can both, I mean, granted his eye is like he can only do it because he has a Sharingan, you know? But that's still pretty cool, I think. I don't think there's like, I'm trying to think of what other like hardcore moves are there. Like, besides Gaara, like, Gaara is pretty fucking cool too. He's like the total emo, like, angsty, depressed kid. But like, yeah, the fact that like it goes and then he's like bigger, and you're like, I'm just gonna dodge it, and it just like cuts off your head, and you're like, oh, that's gnarly. That's gnarly. That is pretty cool. But also Gaara's like sand coffin, like they kind of like minimize how fucking terrible that is. But the fact that Gaara just goes like, puts out his hand and he's like, crush, and you just like, and he, remember everyone, his sand is infused with the blood of all of the people he's killed. Right? Like, everyone's like, oh, Gaara's a great guy now. Now he's on our side. He's like the, you know, whatever, Kage of the sand. Like, oh, yeah, Gaara, you're a cool dude now. I'm like, he's still using sand drenched in the blood of his enemies. Like, that's some, like, hardcore shit. And then the only other like you have to, like those are two really crazy ass like assassin level type ways of killing people. And the only other people that have super gnarly shit like that is I feel like the Akatsuki. Those dudes like fucking like the big fish dude who has like the living sword that like shreds you as it cuts you. I'm just like, oh, that's so gnarly. And then you have like obviously what is it? Sasuke's brother. Why am I blanking on his name? You know that dude, and he like puts you through multiple times of dying as like a paralysis eyeball jutsu. You're like, yo, yeah, Itachi. Thank you. Yeah, Itachi shit is super gnarly, and then you have the dude who like voodoo dolls you, and he just like stabs himself, and then you get stabbed. I'm like, that's pretty gnarly. Yeah, those guys are fucked up. And then obviously Pain with his like, I don't know, all of his weird clones that are all terrible and they're all fucked up. Anyway, I like how this became like a Naruto stream, all because of how much I like One Piece. Portrait monster. I don't know. Should we do anything to this portrait? I don't know. I feel like this is decent. This isn't. I wouldn't call this finished, but this is pretty good. Oh yeah, the black fire that never never goes out. It just burns you to death. Oh. Add Naruto and Luffy. Yeah. I could have like gear second. Bunch of like her hands are coming up around her, and we could just put like a little like Leaf Village forehead protector around her neck. I guess that would actually be kind of cool, but I'm not gonna do it because three-eyed laser beam lady, bazow. I don't know, like I'm okay on this. I don't know why. I'm just like, I'm not doing it. Okay. I'll do it on its own layer in the last 10 minutes. We're going to have a bunch of big hands coming up. This is the wrong hand. Thumb, knuckles, thumb, knuckles, thumb, knuckles. You asked for Gomu Gomu Gatling, and now you're getting Gomu Gomu Gatling. And then she has one. She's doing the weird like bad punch where she tries to like hit you with her. I don't know. It's a bad punch. So maybe it's about to flip you off. Oops. Thumb. Whoop, whoop, whoop. This is so like not good illustration. What is it? It's like a leaf, right? And then there's like a spiral in it, and then we could have the Akatsuki version of the cut through it. I'm such a like my drawing skills suck. I'm not going to defend that. This poor drawing is because, like, it's so fast, all you see is a blur of, like, you're like, is that a hand or is that just some weird shape? And you're like, I don't know, because it's going so fast. It looks like there's multiple hands. And there we go. We've added Naruto and One Piece to this. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I could add. No. We're done. We're done. Look at this. The laser beam eyes. Gomu Gomu no Gatling. I don't know. This character's secret art is the third eye beam. It's like a ocular jutsu, just like the Susanoo or something. I don't know. Susanoo. Fast doodle perfection. I think that just goes to show you things like drawing just takes time. This took less than what, a minute, 2 minutes, and then this took like an hour and a half, and even then I'm like could use lots more. But I also used a stencil today, so that sped things up. Oh, look how fast he's punching, or she's punching. Punch, 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 punch. Oh, you know what? Okay, watch. We're gonna do this. Windows, timeline, create frame animation, wait, first frame, second frame, go. That's so funny. It's so slow. It's so slow. It's so funny. This is only 2 frames, and it's like boop 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 boop. This is so dumb. I love it. Go. It's like, wait, does she have 5 hands, or is she punching really fast? Gambate, which is like, you can do it. It's like, yeah, gambate, gambate. God, it's so funny, so funny. Where are you at in One Piece, Rain? Just so I know not to talk about stuff that's you haven't gotten to yet. You do have the best ideas. Although I think adding the punch makes me, I don't know. No idea. Like, I don't know. There's like a crew and there's some pirates and they fought a dude. And there's some other pirates and there's the Navy. You're like, cool. Cool. Okay, so to be fair, I've watched through Amy's Lobby 4 times, and I've watched through all the way to, including 4 of those times, twice I've gone all the way to Fishman Island again. So I'm very familiar with the first 10 years of the anime. And I think I've read through almost the end of Egghead. But I don't know where you are. And I tell you stuff, but I have no idea where you are. So, anyway. I don't know. Some pirates. Cool. Anyway. Okay. Well, thank you for the great idea. I like the cheering hands. Kind of looks like Squidward hands. Because they're green. But I'm going to go feed the cats now. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Well, I don't like to be the spoiler person, because it's better when you watch it and you see the magic and you're like, "What? No! What? I never saw this coming, or I saw this coming and it happened. Amazing." I don't know. I'll give Mikey likes butt pats. I'll give Mikey a lot of butt pats, and 11 likes very gentle scritches on her cheeks. Maybe some head pats. She does not like butt pats. Mikey is like a dog. You want to almost like tackle him and rub him and stuff. And then like 11 is just like, no, very gentle. This part of my cheek, Papa. Okay, now this part of my cheek. Okay, now don't touch me. So, yeah, very different cats. I feel like this could be some sort of like Cartoon Network animation. Just zoom in and out with like the hands punching up and down. Anyway. Yeah, Mikey's definitely my familiar, and 11 is my wife's. And it's really funny. 11 does like my wife more, and Mikey definitely does like me more. But oh yes, boy. Yeah, okay. I'm getting yelled at. Time. Yes, buddy. We'll feed you now. I love you, bud. Yeah. Food time. Food time, sweet boy. Okay. New profession. Cartoon Network animating. Maybe. Not really. Okay. Good hanging out. Thank you for swinging by. GG, GN. Catch you on the flip side, everybody. Yeah, he is an angry boy who will let us know whenever he is hungry. Ahoy! Peace out. And I'll see you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.